do you call this abomination?
I call it the sandwich.
The Escape Pod.
Welcome back to Turnstile Records presents The Escape Pod. I'm Jezbot.
Oh, I'm SeanEnough.
I'm Timmy Tea Time.
Timmy Tea Time.
Why do you say tea time?
Because we've all got a cup of tea today.
Yeah, tea
We
totally.
certainly do.
Yes, Earl Grey hot.
I love a cup
Is
of
it Earl
tea.
Grey?
Maybe it's a English breakfast, I think.
Oh, you got your...
You got your English breakfast.
Oh, the list doesn't stop these days.
It doesn't stop, does it? It's
They've
like,
got an Australia. They've got a Melbourne breakfast now.
Have they really?
Yeah.
What does that taste like?
Delicious. Like bacon.
Tastes like the Herald Sun.
Tastes like a flat white.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good intro. Well, we're drinking tea. No beers, no cannies today. I'm
no.
still teetotaling. It's going well. Third week in. Although
Yeah.
I did have a few on Saturday night.
Yeah, we did sink a couple. Yeah. We did a double party on the weekend, double dress up party.
Oh,
So,
is that like a double negative? So you don't actually have to dress up at all.
well, it almost was like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did. But the first one was a Halloween party.
70s, though.
70s theme.
Yep.
So you got your afros, you got your flares, your fake moustaches.
So it's a 70s theme Halloween party.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
This guy.
based on 70s horror themes, like what your Freddy Kruegers.
No, it doesn't ever
Carries.
really go horror with these dudes. They just go like...
So it was a
it's
70s
this
theme. It was Halloween
it was
party, 70s theme, no horror.
70s theme.
No horror
Halloween.
needed, but you could if you wanted to.
Well, it's
Yeah,
definitely implied at a Halloween
I
party.
would... if we all did like hippie zombies, would have been really good.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it should. I think it should always have some kind of spooky.
Yeah.
vibe to it.
But if you're gonna make clown up, makeup up, you can't go to the second party dressed as the chupacabra.
No.
What was that?
Dressed as a
There was
chupacabra.
one guy there at the. No, it's not chupacabra. It's like Day of the Dead. What's that Spanish? What's that?
Yeah, it's
The devil dog.
chupacabra. The
Spanish devil dog.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it is the chupacabra.
It's like the.
It's not the Sasquatch.
So the Sasquatch. It's not the.
No, there's footage
It's
of
not a
this
werewolf.
crazy demonic-looking dog. It's
That's the guy.
horrifically. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
it's
dressed.
just-
He
it's
was
just
dressed
there.
like that, but it's after the first 2 hours, you're kind of going, dude.
I don't want to talk to chupacabra anymore.
You're a face painter,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to say when you clown up. I don't think that's an expression to put makeup on. Is
Clown
clowning
up.
Clown up.
Clown up.
Clowning
All
up.
Time to clown up, boys.
Be with you in a second, Barry. Just got to clown up.
Yeah, so it was quite the feat to be in all this 70s gear, and then all of a sudden we were just in 20s gear.
Yeah, we went and got changed at the other party, so we all walked out in 20s gear and got the re-up of the photos because they had a photo booth, so we did the re-up of all the photos again of us in
Like
different
time travelers.
costumes. Like time travelers. Exactly
That's
right.
That's a lot of resources. A 70s costume, switching to a 20s costume. That's a few generations in between.
It's a 50-year leap,
You know.
isn't it?
Yeah, about that.
50-year leap.
50 leap. It's I don't know why they didn't just have the parties together. And you come as either
Because they don't know each other?
Yeah, they don't know each other, but you could either come as the 70s party or the 1920s party. You know, like when you go to a wedding or a funeral, you're sat on either side of the church there.
Yeah,
Either
or
the bride
you're
or the
either at a
groom.
wedding or a funeral.
Either or, never anything else.
They never double those up.
They never split the room into
No.
two halves. Oh, they do at school formals.
Well,
Boys over this side,
they'll
girls
have a
that.
christening and maybe a baptism. Oh, that's the same thing. Hold on a second.
No, that's the same school hall.
Confirmation, yeah.
Same hall. Same church.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that is confirmed.
It is confirmed.
You go fact yourself, SeanEnough.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. So we did those two parties. That was pretty good.
It's good. It's good. Pretty good.
There was at one stage we were at the 1920s party, and the host of the party had made one of those ye olde cameras with the box thing where you put the sheet over.
Oh, really?
But it was just like a box with manila folders sprayed up, so it looked like the fan, the accordion sort of
Yep.
style body.
Yeah.
And there was a moment there where, okay, everybody get in, and everybody was like seriously getting in for a photo through what was just a box.
Classic.
Not even
Everybody get in.
not even an iPhone attached to.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. There was a bit of that action because they were in the way of the lens, which wasn't real.
Now, Tim, I just see you itching over there.
I am in a state of itch.
Yes, because we were
Itch
just.
my scratch.
This is sure enough rocked up where Timmy Tarko and I were in Timmy's crawl space.
Yeah, up in the
rolling,
roof.
rolling around in the insulation.
We were actually.
And that's not a euphemism.
No.
They were literally
No,
in the
it's,
roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were, because we're running leads down the wall because I've finally got my security camera system to catch out good old Trevor.
What I promised you for your birthday like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Trevor's been back into the court. They're doing
He's,
his old scratchy scratch
He
routine.
has been.
Yeah,
he was
Tim-
here when I got here this evening.
Yeah. Did
And
he,
as he walked past your silver Barina, he seemed to be looking at it. Either like he was really liked silver Barinas, or maybe he was checking out some of his handiwork.
maybe he was assessing the scratches and thinking, 10-cent piece would do the job.
Maybe.
What were you doing in the car? Just sitting around, hanging out?
No, well, as I saw this guy checking out the Barina, I knew by the way he was checking out the car that this was Trevor. I knew he was. And he just had a slight derelict demeanour about him as well.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get my camera out, but I was fumbling because I was really trying to eat the pineapple off a Tropicana pack. and then I fumbled with my phone a little bit, and then I finally got him. But so I didn't get him checking out the handiwork, but I did definitely get some footage of him.
Okay.
His pants were very baggy.
him.
He doesn't own a belt.
No, he doesn't.
Definitely not.
No, he's
shot
ragging on
crack.
your cord. He's ragging on your cord, man.
Now all I can think about is Hawaiian packet Red Rooster.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, I could go a deep
Yeah.
fried piece of banana fritter or something.
Australia, your chicken is ready.
How are the banana fritters these days? I
Is
haven't
it
had
banana?
one since
It's
the
pineapple.
70s.
It'd be pineapple.
Well, they switch it up because it used to be standard that you got the banana and the pineapple.
You used to get both.
But in the hurricane crisis of it was the early 2000s, then bananas became scarce.
Big
true.
banana problems.
They were very very expensive. Very expensive. You could carry bananas down the street as a status symbol at the time, but I think it became not very cost effective practice for them to put bananas in the Tropicana pack, so they switched it to 2 pieces of pineapple. Now you can get something that's called a Hawaiian pack. I think you can get the Hawaiian pack still, where you get the banana. But you have to pay a little bit extra.
Well, I'm willing to chuck in another 90 cents for a fritter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. It'd probably be more than that. But Macca's never pulled things off their menu when they've, when like all the cows die or something like that.
Yeah.
Do they? They find a way.
That's right.
Horse meat and the like.
Well, strawberries, we heard from our fruiterer inside man last week that that strawberry crisis was, this is the conspiracy that a Queensland grower, he's either in
could
big
be an inside
job. Because if your
How
farm
so?
if your farm hasn't been affected, you've got all the
Chances are this bloke owns your farm. So what he's doing is he's sabotaging. He's putting bad faith in the strawberry industry and trying to shut down the little blokes.
Yep.
Because they can't afford
that's
to
right, yeah.
grow and throw
Yeah.
as it was.
Yeah, but he's big enough to
enough
ride
to-
out the storm.
Ride out the storm.
Ride out this
So
season.
all he has to do is chuck a couple of pins in, and then before you know it,
Start snapping up all these.
little businesses as they're going out of business.
And is said grower, are they an Australian company or are they
Well,
overseas
look, we
manufacturers?
can't. It's neither here nor there. We can't divulge any other information apart
Because
from
we don't know. Because you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't.
Yeah.
Well, my theory was it's either big banana or big cherry. Trying to get in on that strawberry market. You know what I'm saying?
Big pineapple.
Yeah, it's
Big
But the big
definitely.
pineapple and big banana in cahoots.
Yeah, it's all in Queensland, man. It all figures out.
That's right.
But I've never seen the big cherries, which is
Yeah, or the big plums.
there you go.
The giant plums.
Thanks, Tim.
No worries.
Well done.
Yeah, so that's the fruit corner.
Yeah, that is the fruit corner. How's the tea going? Because I'm sweating bullets.
Well,
Me too. It's quite warm,
I
isn't
drink
it?
tea quite rapidly.
it's a smaller
actually.
cup, Tim.
Yeah, mate.
But you put 2 tea bags into that
I'm
small cup.
I'm a Timmy 2 bag.
So you must be like, you must
Timmy
be.
2 teas. This is what they call me.
Must be buzzing.
You're flying on antioxidants.
Yeah, I like a good strong tea. I find that I can't get enough kick out of just one bag. So I put both tea bags in my mouth. I'm very accustomed to having tea bags in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I get a good flavour kick out of that. So, like for example, one tea bag for that bucket that you've got, there's not enough. It's not enough in
Here's
there.
what I did.
That's true.
I'd had a tea earlier on in this cup, and I left said tea bag in there. So I've actually got 2 tea bags in this cup.
Oh,
So
one and
Timmy,
a
I've
half.
got a 1.5-er.
There you go.
So Timmy, 2 times.
It's like a
teas.
tea relay. Each bag passes on the baton to the
tea
next
ra-
cup.
a tea lay. Tea,
Yeah.
relay,
Tea
relay,
bag.
tea bag. Right, we'll workshop that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it's too weak with just that.
I can see that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
but
If
you reckon that-
especially if you're used to 2 bags, you can't go back to 1.
No, you can't.
You're forever on.
It's-
Have you tried the extra strong? Does that cut it for you?
I haven't had the extra stronger.
No, I think I'm gonna. How do you get the extra stronger? Is it when you buy it in the like as a bulk? Like it's
Like
not a tea
Costco.
bag. It's not a
you
tea
make
bag
your own.
situation.
Make your own in a pot.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I see what you're doing.
That's a
there.
good way to go.
But
But
then
no, they
then we're
actually.
talking like what? Do you? I've always wondered this, right? So you got your teapot, and you put the same amount of bags as what would equal to the water that has the tea. So when you so like six bags per pot will make
Yeah,
6
yeah.
cups of tea standard.
Sure. Sure.
So I'd have to put 12 in there,
You would, yeah.
right?
But you're crazy like that.
Theoretically.
But do you think those teapots are measured on the English teacup, little finger up in the air style, or
Like a high tea.
Yep.
yeah, like a high tea, or a Devonshire,
There you
or
go.
a tradies mug,
Well,
or
typically-
a buddy sitting in for the weekend mug, which is what you've got over there, settling in.
I would say that your teapot would typically be sized to your high tea cup because they go hand in hand. Your old cup of Joe, I think, was almost designed after the bag. You could imagine that the big giant bucket cup came after bag, almost probably maybe after the introduction of instant coffee
I
times.
could tell you where the bag comes into it.
Okay, please do.
It's the first sack was
Molten salt.
you can fact check this one from gauze, like wrapping bandages, like gauze.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they went, and then maybe one of those fell into a cup one day, and then
It was full of tea.
It was full of tea. I think it was a way to ship it, and then they just went, you just put the whole,
you
put the
just
whole
bung
gauze
you just
in
bung the
pot
gauze
and
in.
Bung the
Okay.
gauze in. It's full of tea.
Okay.
It's
It was actually.
okay, here we
well,
go.
the
Fact checked, yes.
fact
good.
check.
Thank
Thomas
Just
Sullivan
enough time
was
to look it up.
an accidental American inventor.
There we go.
Okay.
I
You
was
got
sort of-
that
I was sort of
kind of
there,
right, yeah.
He used to sell his teas, and he used to send samples around in small silken bags.
Aha.
And people got it wrong. They mistaken it. They were using it, not taking the tea out of the bag. They
They
were
were just
leaving it
popping
in
the
the
bag
bag.
in.
Got back to old Thomas O'Sullivan, or Thomas
They
Sullivan.
must have thought Tommy was a genius.
Well, they did. He didn't realise it.
He didn't even know he was a genius.
That's how you know,
That's
Tim.
like Lord Sandwich.
That's how you know.
I think you should rename this entire podcast to Just Like Lord Sandwich.
just like Lord Sandwich. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for facting myself.
That's all right. That's thank you to
You
Google.
wouldn't fact
Thank
me.
you to a little thing called the internet.
Favorite bakery treat or biscuit, or just treat in itself to drink and eat with.
Monte Carlos.
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlos. I'm going to go the Arnott's chocolate teddy bear biscuits.
Oh, that's a good choice.
What about
good
the McVitie's chocolate-coated digestives?
choice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know those ones.
that's the one that they only coat chocolate on one side,
That's
isn't it?
Yep.
That's a Wheaton's, isn't it?
Wheaton's.
Yeah, well, it is that style.
Wheaton.
They're called digestives, but they actually have no digestive benefits whatsoever.
Right.
Okay.
It actually
Apparently.
binds you up.
What is it? They used to come free with
So dry.
Reader's Digest.
No, but do you know what did come free with something? Juicy fruit chewing gum used to come as a free sample with some washing powder. And
The fuck?
yeah, people used to like the chewing gum so much more than the washing powder that the guy that made the washing powder decided to get into chewing gum, and that's how Juicy Fruit came about.
Yeah.
There you go.
What was his surname?
Why do I know that? Did
What's
I
his
hear that
name?
this week?
Don't know.
Or was he Lord Sandwich? And that was a man called Biozet.
Who knows? We'll never know.
But see, that's like that when we did that segment about things that shouldn't be, like when products are released by other people. Like what we had the
Bacon flavoured toothpaste, I think, was one
Oh,
of them.
yep.
was it bacon flavored toothpaste or
Something
was
like
it
Gravox.
brought to you by Colgate?
Yeah.
I think it was a Colgate related thing.
Oh,
but
that's
yeah.
right. I remember that. I saw one today, just today, that, I mean, it's not that bizarre, but I thought, what? It was a prawn cocktail flavoured crisp.
Ooh, I don't know. See, like they're trying to.
Seafood chips. I don't know.
You got
Apparently
your
it's
prawn
a
crackers.
British staple.
Okay. I always question that that cocktail, shrimp cocktail, when you get the cup and they're all over the
Well,
edges.
it's very 70s or 20s.
Yeah.
You know.
It sure is.
It's time traveling. If you're the restaurant you're at comes out with the little prawn cuppy cup.
Yep. Get out of there.
You're in the wrong place.
Okay.
Yeah, they
up there with,
haven't cleaned the kitchen 30
It's up there with
years.
pate.
Yes.
And pineapple on top of the ham
Yes.
with those fake cherries.
Pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. Yep.
Although I could go some pigs in a blanket right now.
Are you talking about snuffy waggers?
No, I think that's a pineapple.
Spotted dick.
Well, we can keep naming
Well,
foods.
we
but
can.
just, like,
All right.
I think it's a piece of
But you
pineapple.
can pull your pants up now. Yes, it is a spotted dick.
wrapped
And
in
we
ba-
agree.
Wrapped in bacon, pigs in a blanket. I think.
Okay.
No, that can't be right.
Okay, fact this. Fact him again. Pigs in a blanket. Look up the recipe.
Pigs.
Let's get it going. Fondue.
Oh, fondue.
It's also gone out of fashion.
has gone out of
cheese,
fashion.
cheese fondue though. The cheesy one, not the chocolate one, because
Why,
everybody
why has fondue gone out of fashion?
because it's a big mess. It's a big
Too much cheese. Everyone's
It's
lactose
a lot of
free.
cheese.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
full of lactose, full of gluten.
No one wants that.
And they were usually
Full of
like
wheat.
introduced in like swingers groups and whatnot, weren't they? Sort of
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
lefty sort of groups.
There's another thing that's gone
There's a
the
bowl full of-
wayside is a
Bowl of keys.
the old key party.
Yeah. I think they still exist. They're just a lot more, disgusting and internet based.
They stopped doing it because people kept handing around the bowl and breaking their teeth, thinking it was party hors d'oeuvres. It was just a big bowl of keys.
Yeah. In the age of litigation, key parties became, left by the wayside.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what the internet tells you?
No, pigs in a blanket. Oh,
Okay.
pigs in a blanket.
Speaking of orgies,
Puffy dogs. Pigs in a blanket are puffy dogs. I love puffy dogs.
what's puffy dogs? Give us-
You can get puffy dogs from your freezer section of any local supermarket.
Okay.
Describe them to us.
There'd be a small cocktail Frankfurt, wrapped in puff pastry, placed in the oven, and they puff up, and it's sort of like a sausage roll, mini sausage roll, but with
Pastry and a hot
with a hot dog
instead
in the
of instead of.
But
so
where does the
completely
pig
different.
come into it?
Pig is the
I think that's the pork in the
snouts, rectums, lips, and hooves that are inside said hot dog.
Right.
Is that a pig in a blanket?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm off
Looks
the pig
good.
in the blanket then. But I'd go some.
Yeah, I could eat one of them right now.
Yeah, full of bacteria. Maybe, I don't know. Russian scientists have discovered a bacteria that neutralises nuclear waste.
Is this the news?
Oh, is it? Or is this just, it's a fact?
It's a new thing that's just
It's
happened.
a news thing. Oh, it's
Oh, it's a new thing.
okay.
Oh, yeah, Kate is. Yeah, okay, it's news. It's the news.
Great. We coordinated that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Some
no,
would say like north.
ETH.
North.
ETH.
Wow. It's the news.
Put a little bit of a mark on that there, Tim.
Really?
No, I don't know. Just why not?
Great. What's the bacteria?
I don't know what it is, but it neutralises nuclear waste, which is probably going to be beneficial
Okay,
for the future.
so neutralizes, because there was also that plastic neutralizing stuff they pour over plastic and it just dissolves plastic away. But
Really?
like I said with getting rid of plastic, can't you just shred it up into microscopic little bits and just let it
That's
get
even
carried
worse.
away in
Haven't
the
you
wind.
heard about microplastics?
I tried to teach him, dude. I tried.
Microplastics now are
You've got
so...
your confetti. You've got your...
Yeah, no, they're even smaller than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
They've found it into the human food chain now, and they're finding... I can't remember the figures, but if they've been checking human feces, and there's plastic in human feces now, and they're the microplastics you're talking about. They're fine bits of plastic that make it into everyday processes, and you don't notice them, and we're ingesting it.
But then, and essentially pooing it out, it'd be going straight through us. It wouldn't be really...
I don't know
It
if
wouldn't be
I don't
dissolved
think
by
plastic
us.
is a natural fibre. I think there are still detrimental aspects to ingesting plastic.
Okay.
For now.
For now. But, you know, they can
that'd be the best
discover
way.
these bacteria that neutralises nuclear waste, but why can't they discover a bacteria that neutralises food off the dishes?
Yeah.
Or semen stains off jeans? Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
true. Antibacterial jeans.
Yeah, exactly.
Antibacterial underwear.
That's right.
I like that. I like that. Usually that's called taking a big bag if you're washing over to your mum's place to get it washed. She neutralises those semen stains for you there, Sean. I'm sure.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, though, if there's any scientists that are going to figure out what bacteria, maybe it's these guys. I've got a little bit of a news story. These scientists have written the blowjob paper. Scientists process 109 hours of oral sex to develop an AI that sucks dick.
Right. So the
This is on
scientists...
Motherboard vice.com.
Now, are the scientists physically testing out this data, or are they just calculating it?
The Autoblow AI, a sex toy made for penises.
Wait,
processing
before you finish this sentence, make sure you end it in how much it costs.
Well, it's one
to
of
the
these.
consumer.
It's an Indiegogo campaign last week. It quickly hit its goal of 50,000. So I think if these guys want to basically make a sex toy that's
You just have to say you're going to do it, and you get 50 grand.
always going to find some dudes that will pay for.
Well, I've said it before, and
Yeah.
I'll say it again.
Where did the first 50 grand go? Research.
Yeah. Yeah.
R&D.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of scientists, a scientist recently stabbed his colleague in the Antarctic. They were Antarctic scientists. He stabbed his colleague because he kept telling him the endings of the books he was reading.
Oh, you know?
Both of them are
See,
stuck down there.
If you've got cabin fever down there in the Arctic, you
Yeah.
don't be messing with people like that.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, how sick could you be? This guy, they're stuck down there together, isolated. This guy's that sick, he's quickly reading the books that the guy's reading, and so he knows the endings and then telling him, like, consistently over a 6-month
fucking-
period.
You know, it's like the guy that was walking around Aldi's the other day, just shopping and going...
Yeah.
If you did that for long enough in Antarctica, I think you'd have the same result.
What's he so happy about? The savings he's
well-
making on cleaning products?
I guess so. I can't believe it's so German.
Do you know what I've heard that before. He's trying to alpha everyone.
I think he is.
He's the alpha dog, and he wants everyone to know that he's there.
And where he is at all
And
times.
I'm in your space, and I'm owning your space.
Well,
via my whistle.
whistle. I found that I did know where he was at all points because he whistled the entire time. His wife didn't seem to go, "Shut up, Bob," or anything like that. So she was into it. But you cannot be annoyed, upset, or angry with the world when whistling. Can ya? Do it.
Are you allowed to be angry at him?
It was annoying by the end.
And if you approached him and said, "Mate, Bobby
No,
Dazzler, can you
no,
just
you
cut
go-
it?"
no,
He'd
you
go,
go,
"I'm just whistling."
That's quite a whistle you got there, mate. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And then ask him if he's taking requests.
Possibly.
So, one thing that I found that this is back to the old blokes in shopping centres. I was at the meat section the other day at Flippy Sticks.
The butchers, yeah?
No, just at Coles. And
The place where you meet people. It's the introduction section.
The
The swap
meat-
and go. What is it? Not the swap and go. The nut section.
the sweet and meat.
Okay, the meat section.
And I'm standing there going, oh, look, just looking at the prices going, yeah. Do I go to the chops? Do I go the lamb? Do I go the chicken? I hadn't decided.
Okay.
And then an old bloke came over to me and just saw that I was trying to make a decision and thought he'd give me a helping hand. So he's like,
Weigh in.
no, he's gone. He's giving me the old wink. He's one of those really old dudes where you're not quite sure if he's actually talking to you or if he's mumbling to himself.
Sure.
But he's done the old,
Hey, come on.
There's a pork over there. It's $4.
oh, okay. So I didn't really hear him or understand, but then he's pointing. There's a couple of pork steaks over there. They've discounted them to $4. Snap them up before someone else gets them. They're in the wrong section. It's giving me the hot tip. So I've gone over there and checked them out and gone, yeah, he fully just watched me he's going to do what I asked him to do. And I picked him up and went, oh, okay. So I thought, I'll just chuck him in my basket. Be done with this guy.
Leave it up at the counter.
Yeah. And he's going, yep. Giving me the old winkety wink, 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 roo. And so I've had to buy this pork chops, which I really didn't want, just because I just didn't have the heart to go, nah. No, thanks.
I've been to the supermarkets before, old timer. I can.
Yeah, I've been around the block, And then he came. Then when I sort of stuck around for a minute to get the actual meat that I wanted, so I was standing there for longer. And he came back. I turned around. He was right there. Said, if you chuck that in the freezer, it'll keep for 2 months.
Oh, he's got more tips.
He's got more tips.
Saving tips.
I went, and in with the cold tips.
He knows what you're up to. He knows.
He
It's
knows.
just don't worry, you've bought pork that you don't want, but chuck it in the freezer, it'll keep.
That old pork over there will keep for an extra 2 months. It could be older than that,
That's what I was going to ask about that story. Is the first bit, the discounted meat. What's your stance on
Oh, I snapped that up.
on discounted meat?
I snapped the discounted meat up. Lickety split.
Yeah.
If I'm going to eat it that night.
Yep.
I think I might need to jump on board with that, because we went down to Tasman Meats. It's just at the end of our street,
Yep.
It's more of a super store.
Super meat
butcher.
store, yeah. And went in just to get one packet of chicken skewers, and we ended up spending $55 on
Easily done.
on Meats Ahoy.
Yeah.
I've got kangaroo, I've got steaks, I've got chicken skewers, I've got chicken wings.
Oh, you did get the skewers.
I've got the skewers, got the wings, got the butterflied chicken breasts. Just went crazy. I started.
You've got
put
a
them in the
freezer.
freezer.
You can put them in the freezer. They'll freeze up a treat.
And
No,
you
you
can. And you can.
You can, but
Back in the day, people used to have meat lockers. Remember them? The big extra fridge?
oh yeah, Bruiser. He's got.
Yeah. Our
man's got many
dad
freezers.
had one stage, I think he was up to, correct me if I'm wrong there, Mary, 9 to 12 fridges / freezers at one point.
Sounds homicidal. It does,
It does, doesn't it? It does. And a few of them under the house with the big
It's even
big
worse.
bolts, yeah.
He's a chef, though. We should probably say
point that out.
Yeah. Tools of the trade.
Yeah.
And a murderer. Do we mention
Allegedly.
that? Alleged murder, yep. We're just going to wait to see what the jury comes in as.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes. Did anyone see the in the news the lotto winner in America? That
The billionaire.
billionaire.
Billion?
Well, the draws for $1 billion, right? Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Here's the rub.
It was a 1.6 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then after taxes, it
Oh,
gets
yeah.
down to $1 billion.
So the government gets to chop out.
Now you cannot
Everyone
you
gets a
can't
chop.
get your full $1 billion in one hit. It's paid over 29 years or something like
I
that.
can live with that.
But it's non-transferable. So if you
can't buy
die,
things with it.
no, if you die, Vanessa
It
doesn't
stops.
keep getting the payments.
Right.
So if you don't want to take that option, you can take the one-off payment of, I think it's 290 after
Million.
Yeah, after taxes or whatever. But you can get it
Jeez.
all at once.
Okay, but then that's
so
it.
where are you on that?
I'd go the 29 years because then that would set you up. And
290 million would set you up.
290. Yeah, it would. No, but you know what it would do? It would break you down. Like if you had that much money in one big hit right away, that's where you go. That's where you go on TV and you go, "I wish I never got that money."
Yeah.
Right? Which they do inevitably.
Yeah.
All the people they knew we had it and they came out of the woodworks. And, you know?
Some states in America you're allowed to remain anonymous, but some states it's freedom of information after 2 years or something. So people are going to find out.
Really?
The other thing with the...
Do they keep record of that? Like, can I go and find out who won the lottery like 5 years ago?
I guess so. Oh, maybe not in Australia. I don't know.
Okay.
If they made their name public, still people choose to go public with it these days.
Yep. Right.
You wouldn't know.
My biggest concern with the 30-year payment dealio is that I reckon they're coming for their money. They don't want to be paying you for 30 years. So...
Yeah,
and it's non-transferable. All of a sudden, you've got a pretty hefty price on your head.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you just found dead of a heroin overdose, or you've hung yourself at the back of your...
Oh, okay.
the
So
back
you're
of the
saying
door.
they're
pulling
coming
up
for
Michael Hutchinson.
Oh, you just appear there. So they actually, it's them.
You end up dead.
Okay,
And
so
then
you're signing your death warrant
I think
by going
so.
the 30-year option.
Just get your 290 and bugger off. Because I reckon
So
they're
how
coming
much
back.
is that?
They want that money back. They don't want to pay that.
Somebody does.
How do you write a
We've all
billion?
seen Richie Rich and Billy Madison. There's always some sneaky, up-and-coming corporate prick that lets greed dictate his every move.
A gecko.
How many,
gecko.
how many zeros does a billion
I
have?
think it's 9, isn't it? 6 is a million.
Yep.
9's a billion.
9 divided by
Sounds right.
29 equals... Oh, my God.
And the jury is in.
You get
Guilty.
you get $3,448,275.86 a year.
Okay.
You could not possibly spend that.
Surely you get more than that.
Yeah, that can't be right. Can it? A billion? No, that can't.
3.
That's why this is not a show about mathematics.
That's why it is
Put a
not.
little, yeah.
yeah.
What? Why we have to flag that?
Wow. I mean, that's up on you, Tim. I don't know.
Okay, I won't.
Well, if you're wrong, you don't want to look like a moron.
I'll tell you what's really
I just read
wrong.
the calculator.
While we're talking about mistakes, humanity has made one grave mistake in the last recent years. Apparently, humanity has wiped out 60% of animals since 1970.
Well done, boys. We did it. We got there. Well done. Yes. Tim was.
And I'm pretty sure they were all coming right for us.
Yeah.
They're coming right for us because the white rhino got knocked out very recently.
Yeah. Speaking of that, China has just recently reversed its 25-year ban on tiger and rhino horn products.
And another.
With a taste that can't be
Well
beat.
done, because that's
Because they're dangerous.
that rhino horn is it's good for the
Libido.
for the vigor.
Yes. You know, they've figured out other chemicals for that now.
Yeah.
Have they? No.
Yeah, but no, this animal mass extinction threatens the survival of civilization entirely. We're not just going to lose nice things to look at. We're actually threatening our own existence. The consumption of food and resources by the global population is destroying the web of life.
They're full of plastic. We know that from
Yeah, they
earlier
got-
on in the show. That's for
They're
sure.
full of confetti.
A fine balance, billions of years in the making, and we've rocked up. And ever since we discovered the Brady Bunch, we've turned it all on its head.
What they say, 99.9% of all animals that have ever existed have gone extinct since the beginning of.
Okay, I like that one. I
Yeah.
like that better.
So everything's going out of fashion.
Yeah,
The whole universe is
Yeah,
dying.
is dying out. What's your favourite dead animal?
I like the thylacine.
Timmy Taco.
Oh, can't talk right now. Sorry, that's just
The
because
thylacine, the old
Tasmanian tiger.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got rid of that one. That was pretty good. That was good. Well done. Well done. Yeah.
No more of them bastard
do we
tigers.
really
running
need
around.
it? Like, what were they doing?
I like a snuffleupagus.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus.
He's a woolly mammoth.
Oh, right.
It
Yep.
was imaginary, but he's also extinct. I like those ones. I'd like to.
Yeah,
I'd like
big
to come across
cuddly
a woolly mammoth.
elephant.
Yeah,
We'd
that'd
like
be cool
to-
to see.
yeah. Would be. It would be. What else? There's the dodo.
Dodo's a good one.
Yep.
Good eating, apparently.
Too good. A little
Yeah.
bit too good. Went nice with truffle.
Did it really exist?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Have
think
we-
they were only on one island or something, and then they were never seen humans. They didn't have any blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. No defences. They had no defence mechanisms. They were an innocent creature.
No predators. That's what I was trying to
Well,
get
they had
to.
no. Yeah, they grew up with no predator. They evolved in a landscape with no predators, so they had no defences.
Ah, okay. Kind of like us.
Yeah. Just
Got the-
tasty,
got the
tasty.
swing low
That's how we're
helicopter.
getting now.
Yeah.
You know.
We've got plastic, at least.
It's a big killer. What would you do with a dodo, like a turducken?
Eat it.
Yeah, but then what other extinct bird would you shove up at when you're cooking it? That's
A pterodactyl.
It's a pterodactyl, I guess. They're a bird, aren't they?
They're extinct. Yep.
And you've got birds that don't necessarily fly. I was watching a documentary that went back to the first. They would think it was the first bird. It was before pterodactyls.
It was like a reptile, yeah?
It was a reptile before pterodactyls. It was predated pterodactyls and flying dinosaurs, but it developed its wings because they reckon it used to glide from the trees,
Yeah.
and that was the first. Before it could learn to take off, it was actually jumping out of trees and
Yeah.
climbing up the trees and jumping out.
Well, look, I'm no scientist, but I think that's just jumping out of a tree with a cape on. Like,
Yeah, well, that's it.
That's not
So,
flying.
like,
But
if
they
I
developed feathers over time, over hundreds
So
of
if I started jumping off the roof now, are my kids' going to have little flaps underneath their arms? Like, how does that work? Like, how many generations have to try it out, jumping out of the tree, before
I don't know.
the evolution mechanism kicks in and goes, we need some wings here because we're getting fucked up
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, that's true. That's a really good question. I know some plants can do it from generation to generation. If they experience too much drought in one year, their offspring can be drought resistant.
Okay.
But I don't know about animals.
That's one for the
And one for
research
Darwin.
team.
One for Darwin.
Yeah.
One for Darwin.
Yep.
Well, it's interesting. Very interesting.
it is. I'll give you one of those dings there. Every time it's interesting, I'll give you a ding.
Yes, back on China and the whole security system from that we're working on at your house, Tim. Yes, China's like they're right into their security, and they've started a few programs over there.
A few projects.
Few projects, yeah, to get launched by 2020. You know, one of them is RFID chips that we were all warned about a good 15 years ago. If you don't know what a RFID chip is, Tim.
It's a rice grain size, even smaller now, that they can either inject into you as a tracking system, put into your phones,
Put in your money
put in your clothes.
or your windscreens, which is what China's doing. So they want to have up and running before too long. Every windscreen in China has an RFID chip, and then you go through the boom gates, and so they can track you the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have one in your skin, though, what do you need one in your windscreen?
Well, I think they're getting to that.
Oh, right.
I think they're getting to that point.
It's baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah. First, we put it in your wallet.
Then we stick it in your eyeball.
Yeah. They have jurisdiction over your automobile. They haven't quite got it over your physical body yet.
That's right. That's
See,
right.
that's the thing that they think with the automated cars, that basically if you've got a warrant for an arrest, the car will just drive you to jail.
Yeah.
You'll just get in, they'll be like, driving you to jail.
You think you're going to get some cheap cleaning products from Aldi, and you end up in the local detention centre.
That's right.
Just trying to get my meat on, and it ties my mates.
Yeah.
And that's the first sort of step. That one's been going on for a little while. But here's the other one. China has started ranking citizens with a creepy social credit system. So I think it's out of 800 points. And
800 space credits.
yeah, that's right.
What's that equate to? 800 real points?
I think 800's the best.
Yep.
The best number.
You're the best.
Yeah.
What score do you have to get before you vanish?
Zero.
Zero. You get zero.
It's not so much vanishing. It's just you can't get a job. You can't go into certain shops.
Yeah.
You can't get loans.
You can't get
You
insurance premiums.
I heard
You
that
can't.
that the shopping centres have digital price tags, and that they will change their prices according to your chip.
There you go.
If you have a lower income or a higher income, it'll adjust the prices accordingly. And maybe the same thing will happen with, if you have misdemeanors, then you won't be able to buy certain
You
products.
won't be able to in the shop.
Yeah.
They want to ban you from flying or getting the train. Now this must kick in like at a certain rank, like you're saying. So I mean, you want to probably be aiming for 600 and above.
Yeah.
I think eight or 7+ is probably for your upper echelon.
There'll
And I
be
think
no
the last 10
eights.
points
There'll be no eights.
Oh, that's
eights will
the-
be like you can't.
the
ever
leader.
reach it. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
is 800 and
And it'll be like a video game, like EA Sports, or you'll be able to buy credits.
ah
It'll be black market credits.
Oh, yeah. And
It'll be
elite
hackers.
credits, like big money credits.
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
This should be good when that finally rolls around to Australia.
Yep, that should happen, no doubt, at some stage soon.
Of course.
Pretty
of course.
soon.
If they get away with testing it out and it works quite well,
Hmm.
and they get enough control, of course it'll go global. I love that shit.
Why not?
Well, I was with installing my my cam bots, putting them together. If you connect that to the internet, my brother-in-law was giving me the good old tip that all the servers that provide the online element of your security system, basically all the information from my camera is going to overseas servers where it can handle the thing, and they're just monitoring our
Yeah.
homes from there. So basically, if that's connected to the network, you're giving that website permission to get into your property via your cameras. And
Yeah.
that's where they get you, Jeremy.
Very, very sneaky.
It's very smart. And that spyware is an issue between countries. And I heard this is happening recently with some things that are created in China for the American military. And they've been putting a little extra bit in there, a little chip. Apparently they pulled them apart and found a chip that wasn't meant to be there. It's a little chip that was just rerouting all the information going through this American hardware back to China. You know, that's pretty clever.
Similar to when they put
use
the
technology.
extra soy sauce in your sushis.
Well, yeah, you got to be very careful of malware
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And it actually reminded me of a story I just read before I came here. Civil servant who watched porn at work blamed for infecting a US government network with malware.
Right.
So old mate was getting right into it on
Why would you
his
do that?
work break.
Why would you do that at work?
Addiction? Maybe addiction.
Well, maybe because you haven't
He's
got good
bored.
enough access at home.
He's a part of excuse me, part of their geological survey network. So it's not like FBI or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just a dude that's probably sitting, he's having his lunch break, he's eating his sandwiches, and as it turns out, he was downloading it thousands and thousands and thousands of pages. And then downloading it onto his phone, like connecting it to the server so he could go home and watch it later. Download it at work, wank at home. You know?
Okay.
At
See what
least
I'm
he had
saying?
that bit sorted
He
out.
had that sorted out. But his phone was full of malware. Full of dirty, dirty malware.
Yeah.
And female wear, by the sounds of it. too.
Yeah, and it infected also the system. So
Excellent.
we're not sure if old mate still has a job.
I doubt it.
No.
I doubt it.
But yeah, don't be
Don't
doing
do that at work.
Don't be doing that at work.
No, that's fair enough. All while you're driving.
Yeah, apparently that happens more often than you think.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
So you're right over there.
He's struggling. He's struggling. I've given you. I found that behind the old Timmy crawl space. That stand.
No, it's
Oh,
good.
right.
It's better than the other one. You just got to be careful.
It's just because it's got an angle on it, so now you can actually
whip around at you
It
there.
sure can hit you right in the face.
Yep. But yeah, I'll tell you what else is going down.
Yeah.
Christmas packaging. It's October. I've seen some Christmas packaging
Yeah.
today.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's chuck the old Halloween stuff up.
Yeah.
Chuck the Christmas stuff up.
Yeah,
That's
well, we
true.
talked about this last week. If you're one of these people that have one of these stores, like a Halloween store or a very specific holiday,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Christmas,
Santa's Village.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
where
it's
do
got to
they
be
go?
it's got to be closed for half of the year.
Yeah, it's not a very good idea.
Surely enough, right?
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you just have a holiday season theme? So you got your Christmas gear coming into Christmas. Then what's next?
Easter.
Easter's probably next. Oh, we can
Australia
get something
Day.
different. Australia Day, Valentine's, Halloween. The holidays are endless.
Yep.
But
What do they do?
I don't know what they do.
And some of them, strangely enough, survive. Just like picture frame shops.
Yeah, who is getting stuff framed?
I don't
It's
know.
so fucking expensive. Have you ever tried to do that?
No, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
I think
So you have tried to do it.
You are losing your shit over there. I think I've been watching. Here's the hot tip of the week. I actually started watching Ozark.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were watching the hot tip of the week.
No, that's on the porn side. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Ozarks, and it's about money laundering, and I think that these shops might have something to do with that, like your framing shop.
Here's a front.
There's a front.
Yeah.
For really expensive frames.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how washing money works or laundering money, but
Yep.
I'm sure you could
That's
run
gotta
some
be- run some numbers.
Run some numbers on the
A
old
good
cost.
way to see fronts is like a place like Chapel Street, which used to be buzzing, and as the rents have increased, everywhere's shutting down. All these shops, and big chain stores as well, are shutting down. They can't afford to, pay the exorbitant rents on such a silly street
Bricks and
anymore.
mortar, mate. Bricks and mortar.
But then you have these strange little Asian knick-knack shops that are just pushing along, no dramas.
Yeah, they don't seem to close down.
They sell nothing, and they've
Yeah.
been there forever.
And
you
all the
never
stuff
see
in the
anyone
window
there.
is like sun stained.
Yellowed.
Yeah.
Nothing's moving in there, but they're still there.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
No, it's a back door into the country.
Oh,
You, you buy the shop front straight up. Doesn't matter how much it costs you, millions and millions if you have to.
Yep.
And then you fill it up with Chinese knickknacks.
Yep.
And then if there's
you
some-
wait out 5 years or something.
yeah, if you have a business, you can get into the country a bit easier. It costs you a bit more.
You can apply for citizenship if
5
you've
years.
worked here for 5
So all
years.
you've got to really do is sit 5 years in the knick-knack shop, and then you get
Well,
your
this is
green
what
card
happened
at
to
the end
all
of
of
it.
our corner shop milk bars. They all went out of fashion with the I don't know what put them out of fashion. Why did we stop buying milk from the corner shop?
Because of Coles.
Yeah, it was all Coles, man.
Okay.
As soon as they started doing that.
Yep. I think
So-
that was it.
Yeah.
And petrol
Because
stations.
there's some milk bars, old milk bars around Mum and Dad's area, and they've never restocked. It's just like they're running it into the ground.
Yeah.
It's like
Give me a look at your numbers. Give me a look at those books, because you can't be making all that coin off. You're driving a BMW and all you sell is Rev.
yeah, milk.
Yeah, the trick there is that Rev's like 50% water. Like it's normal milk just with 50% water added on top. And then they say it's low fat, but it's just like milk with water.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a milk bar that just shut down, actually. Shout outs to the corner store milk bar down there on the street. But they obviously tried to diversify their
Portfolio.
and they started selling human hair extensions.
okay.
yeah,
well,
why not?
that's it.
And then renamed the milk bar Human Hair Extension Corner.
Didn't hit off.
Plus milk.
Plus milk, yeah. But there was that point where the milk bars started to get DVDs and videos,
Yep.
and they started to cross over.
They did.
And then they got pushed out by Blockbuster, so you'd never go to a
But
milk
now
bar.
Blockbuster's gone, which is the
Blockbuster's
ultimate,
long
I
gone.
remember
revenge.
that milk
It
bar,
is.
the milk bar DVD selection.
Mm.
Yep.
Because sometimes you could get the Die Hard at the milk bar, but you couldn't get it at the video shop.
No, it was more like
Atoll the Invincible.
Atoll the Invincible, Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
but not the good ones. Was there any good ones?
He had one. What was the first?
Under Siege.
Under
there you
Siege. Oh, it's a brilliant movie. I loved Under Siege. Under Siege, when the stripper jumps out of the cake. Oh,
That's
that was
right.
great.
Yep.
The amount of times I watched that section when I was 12,
Doesn't he
13
put
years
knives
old.
in the microwave or something like that?
Oh, he puts
some
makes a
stage?
bomb in the microwave.
Makes a bomb
yeah.
in the microwave, yep.
I love
think
how the bomb was designed to go off at like the end of the 30-second count he put in.
Oh, he
like-
knew. Well, he knew because he's under siege.
Yeah, true.
That's a go,
He
yeah.
was a chef in the Navy, just like our dad.
Yeah.
And we used to say that maybe.
Well, he's
his
been
dad
under
was-
siege before, and he found that 35 seconds was 5 too many.
Yeah.
Under seas or under siege?
Well, that'd be the blend of his two skills, his two skill sets. See, he's a Navy SEAL. He's an expert in explosives, and he's also a culinary chef. He's a 5-star chef. Like he's also got chefing skills. So
He's a knife man.
put them together, and he knows bombs, and he knows how to cook something, to perfection.
Have you
Okay,
ever seen?
'cause-
Have you seen the knife fight in that movie where that won like an Oscar or something for best knife fight? And he's just standing there, and they're just like, ching 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 ching.
Sound effects.
No,
sound
the
effects
Steven Seagal way of holding a knife. It's the way to hold a knife and make it look like you think you know what you're doing. You hold it, instead of holding it
upside
like
down.
stabby, you hold it backwards.
down along
Yeah.
your wrist so
Yeah.
you can slash, do
And
the
then you-
slashy.
And then you move your arm in front of your face like a cobra, like...
It's true. Just like a cobra.
look into my eyes.
Yeah. No,
like a
Under
Navy
Siege
cobra.
2, there was a saying that I'll never forget, and it's when the big Russian bad dude,
He really knows Under Siege.
Sure does.
big Russian bad dude, that one of the guys thinks they killed Steven Seagal's character, Under Siege.
He was
Yeah.
wrong.
And they're like, yeah, did you see the body? Did you see the body? And he's like, no, we sure we killed him. We killed him. He's like, no, did you see the body? He's like, no. And he said, we just assumed. And he said, assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. And I'll never forget it.
There you go.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
just something
well done.
rule to live by, because you don't know, never assume that Steven Seagal's dead.
No, because that makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah,
Mistake number
his
one.
whole career, that's what everyone's been doing the whole time. We just assume he's dead. His career's over. But
Is he
just
dead?
keeps
He's not
coming
dead,
back.
is he?
No, he owes too much to the Russian mafia. So you
Mafioso.
keep,
Yeah,
keep
that's right.
making those movies until he
That's
pays off
right.
that.
Because that's money laundering.
Yeah, there you go.
So you make a movie and
Yeah.
you run at a loss. It costs you
Well, you
$50
say
billion.
Steven Seagal's fee is $1 million, but you only give him 20 grand.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Put in a dirty 30, get out in a clean.
Clean 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good way. It's music industry, movies industry, they've been laundering money that way for years.
Yeah.
True.
Why not? Why not?
Laundry, laundrettes.
Yep.
Yep.
Is that where it comes from? Your wash money comes out clean.
Well, what they do is like you got to watch yourself some Ozark. They actually put like fresh dollar bills into washing machines into a
To
sack with
weather
some
'em
coins
up.
in to weather it up, so it looks like it's
Oh, right.
Being
old
used.
notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
But you're still going into the bank with $1 million of 50
20-cent pieces.
Yeah. That all smell like Omo.
That's true. So you're getting into Ozark. Isn't that drug related, Jeremy? Don't you feel a little bit?
Look, it was Sunday. We'd been to the double party and we were on the couch. The double party from the night before. We weren't moving off the couch. Netflix. Cass put it on. Now I will say this: I binged 6 episodes, but then I'm kind of like, well, where can this possibly go? This storyline, this whole drug thing. You owe the drug lords money. You got to be laundering the money. The only possibilities is that the bad guys kill him and his family, or he gets away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how?
What? How many seasons are we gonna fucking? How many
Oh,
seasons?
At least 9.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh, they always
How
figure
is
out a
it
way
gonna
to
go
bring it
anywhere?
back these days.
How long did Breaking Bad go for? How many
8 or
seasons?
9
seasons?
seasons.
Yeah. You should watch that, Jeremy.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, we'll see.
It is actually surprisingly good. I'll tell you what was surprisingly good. I watched a movie called Into the Void.
Okay.
Oh yeah, space one. Yeah.
No. It was a journey into the mind, actually, and it was a real trip. Very great visuals, and it really played on subjects of what happens to your soul in the afterlife, and it portrayed it visually beautifully. It can be a little bit long-winded, some sort of psychedelic, hallucinogenic experiences at times, but if you've got time for some good aesthetic, then it's definitely worth a look-see. Into the Void.
Sure enough's hot tip.
Sean's hot tip.
Yeah, there you go.
That's,
So you got
snooze
get yourself
review.
some Ozarks. Get yourself some. It's the Void
Into the Void.
And
Void.
Breaking Bad.
and Breaking Bad.
Definitely.
Oh, and The Wire.
Yeah, the one.
And anything by Sean McAuliffe.
Oh, really?
Do you like Sean McAuliffe?
McAuliffe.
McAuliffe?
Sean McAuliffe.
McAuliffe?
Yeah, okay. McAuliffe.
Yes, I ran into Sean McAuliffe in a stairwell once.
Oh, really?
And I said, be careful, there's a poo down there.
Classic.
Yeah, it's a great moment.
Any other information on that story?
No, that
Had
was
you
it.
done the poo? How did you know the poo
No,
was
I
there?
just passed the poo.
Ah, you
Not
had-
literally. I hadn't passed it myself. I'd passed it in the stairwell. No, I'll rephrase that. I was walking up the stairs,
Yeah.
saw a poo.
Yes.
Went past the poo, saw Sean McAuliffe. Said,
Yeah.
look out, There's a poo down there.
Could he have thought at any stage that
That I
you
did
did
the
the poo and you were going, hey, just watch out for that?
Now that you say that, yeah, instantly.
Because he looked at you kind of weird, didn't he?
He was like, I'm sure when he saw the poo, it confirmed the fact that he thought that I did it.
Yeah, he thinks you did it.
He sure did. SeanEnough. Can I put SeanEnough on the end of that sentence? Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Absolutely. It's just one of those things, though. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
That's it.
If you didn't say anything, you would have looked twice as guilty.
Yeah, but like he knew that I knew that who he was. He knew I knew. So
Well, did you break the case of the public pooing?
I didn't break the case.
How many years ago was this?
Oh, several.
Several years.
Yeah.
So you might have been witness to one of the first public pooers.
I think it was just.
I think old poo was public originally.
I think if you walk up and down enough stairwells, Jeremy, you will see poo in the city. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will.
How many wells must a man walk down before he can see himself a poo?
Yeah.
Oh, I will. If we're going on hot tips, I'll do a product recommendation.
Awesome.
Recommendation.
Awesome.
Is do yourselves a favour, get yourself a soda stream.
Oh, yep.
I finally stepped up. I'm now truly a man. I have bought myself a first soda stream.
Yeah. Do you know the oh yeah.
Yeah. Manufactured. Sorry, can I stop you there, Tim? By Jews and Palestinians standing side by side, making the soda stream.
Such
Making
solidarity.
fizzy water.
Solidarity. Yep. Solidarity.
The model
through
for world peace is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bubbles, man. It's the bubbles of nothing that make it something.
Effervescence.
Yes.
It's the secret of life.
So we got one of the old 1980s soda stream. Remember the old boxy ones that look like it's the Volvo of
Soda streams.
what we
Yeah,
know
because
now?
mine looks like a definitely bottle shaped, nice, sleek.
Yeah, like a
edges, yeah.
Jetsons car, but
Yeah.
this one looks like a Volvo.
Yes.
Boxy, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we pulled the old lever, as you know, that's the sound that it makes. After has to be 30 years, the gas still had gas in it. SeanEnough, still made soda stream.
There you go.
Well, just as was. Does the gas ever go off? Ever?
Does the gas go off? I don't know, man.
Gas is gas.
Here's the problem
As long
with
as it's
the
contained.
new soda stream, right? Zero instructions.
Okay.
Zero.
Okay? Zero. No
Well,
instructions.
fit
Is there a
water,
website?
button.
Well, maybe there's I've got to go on the bloody website.
That's what you have
I?
to do now.
Let's go on the bloody
Oh, yeah.
website
Yeah.
and register to get the instructions.
Yeah.
I didn't know how long to press the button for. I didn't know how it's screwed into the thing. I hadn't put it up there properly, and I was pressing
Oh, it's
away,
dangerous.
wasting gas.
Yep.
It's like $49 a bottle of gas.
Is it?
Yeah, so it works out to be about 60 cents per.
Well, it does
fill.
last 35 years.
Not if you're drinking Soda Stream like I have been in the last 2 weeks. It's
Okay.
I've been smashing it.
Right. You've made the switch. The
Oh,
full
yeah.
switch.
Yeah, I'm off the devil's sauce
Yep.
On the tea.
on the tea and the water. Fizzy
Love
water,
a bit
though.
of fizzy water.
Yeah.
It's the beer you have when you're not having a beer.
You got to replace your alcoholism with something.
You do.
Hmm.
I had a friend ask me. He goes, "Oh, you're not drinking during the week?" So I'd offered that information up, and he goes,
How many times you bashed your wife?
"Pretty much." It was like, "So how bad did your drinking get? Like, you ever thrown up, like just so you can keep drinking?" I was like, "No, no. Once I spew, that's a night. Let's call it a night."
Have you ever dropped methylated spirits into your ass with an eyedropper?
Have you ever sneaky drinking? I'm like, nah. Ever drink before work? I'm like, no,
No.
not that kind of alcoholic.
No.
I just drink every. Well, I don't anymore.
Yeah. I'm what you call a functioning alcoholic. It's a little bit different.
Look, I'll just say it was ramping up over the last
35 years.
You got to keep a check on these things.
Keep a
'cause
check on it.
No one else is going to.
That's right.
And that goes for all health, whether it be men's health or women's health. You know, in this day and age, take care of yourself because no one else is going to.
And that's a public service announcement that we can go
SeanEnough.
out on.
You can bet on that. SeanEnough. Well, that's a great place to end it.
I think
on
it
a
is,
community announcement because I think we've served our purpose.
I think so. We've cared for the community. We've given some advice.
Well, look, on behalf of Turnstile Records Presents the Escape Pods, I am
Timmy Taco.
Thanks for listening. I'm
Jezbot.
And thanks for dropping by. I'm
SeanEnough.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Who are you? One pod left, and 3 of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape puzzle sounds really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should go down. Goodbye.